So at the time of recording this, it's currently 11:45 at night, which I think is about like maybe 9 or 10 hours after this program launched. And as y'all can see, I'm already at 300 program stars. For this video, I'm going to be talking about how I got to 300 program stars, explaining maybe my tips and stuff like that on how you guys can get it done fast. And if you're looking to get future programs done fast, what I think the best way to do to get these programs done is going to be. So we're going for 300 or more likes in the video. Subscribe if y'all are new on the road to 50,000 subscribers. If we can hit that before May 1st, we give away $50 PSN. Feel free to comment down below if you guys have any tips for others that I maybe missed out or that you think I could improve on. Let me know down in that comment section. Feel free to follow in any of those social media. So what I'm going to do real quick is just go ahead and I'm choosing hand ram. I'm probably going to include that in my World Series pack opening later today. You guys probably already saw my Hanley Ramirez debut. That should have been the first video of the day, so you guys already know who I chose and everything. I'll show you guys all the packs I have. I'm thinking I might open all of these later today or tomorrow, so stay tuned. It's either coming today or tomorrow. I'm going to be opening all these packs, and I think I'll just save this one for that since you guys already know that I'm going to be choosing Hamram. So this video is going to be only about what I did to get these stars, what I think is probably the best way, maybe the most cost-efficient way, things like that. It's probably going to be a little bit of a long video. I'm going to really try to go in depth talking about certain things where I feel necessary, and a lot of you might already know, but a lot of you might not already know, and I hope this is at least in some way a helpful video. I'm sorry if the intro was kind of long. So first things first, let's just see what I actually did. So if we go into here, you guys can see that you have daily missions to do. I have 6 stars available, but what I did was I let my dailies, you know, not relapse, but I haven't done my dailies in a few days. So I had 2 exchange things that I could do right here. I had 2 of these missions I could do. I had 2 of these I could do, and I'm sure I have 2 of these I could do because I think they kind of stack. Like if you save them for a couple days, you'll have 2 that you're able to do. So I was able to get some extra stars through 2 exchanges, through 2 of these multiplayer ones, and then I did 1 of these multiplayer missions as I was grinding stuff. So it's nice to keep your dailies there, and it's a nice way to get some extra stars by doing those missions, especially if you're going to be playing events or ranked seasons anyways. You know, Rockies, innings, those are things that you could probably pretty easily get done getting some of the other missions that you need to do for the program done as well. So you can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but when a new program drops, it's always good to have not done your dailies for a few days. So I'd definitely recommend that. A big thing, and this is something that's different from last year that I love, is in the game this year. Like this makes it go so much faster having things like this. They have Showdown, and by completing the second inning Showdown, you get 70 stars. And from what I've heard, a lot of people are telling me that they're having a much easier time with the second inning Showdown than they are the first inning. But if you guys are trying to get this program done as fast as possible, this Showdown is completely worth it. If you can get it done even on your 3rd or 4th try, it's still, I'm pretty sure, going to be worth it compared to other things. And you definitely need to be doing the Showdown, getting that second inning Showdown done. Now the next thing that we're going to check out are the missions. Okay, so we're going to go down the list and just check it out here, and after we cover all of these, I'll tell you guys the exact order that I went through and did these. So you could do win 10 games of ranked seasons. This is something that I'm going to get done eventually, and it will hopefully help me get closer to 600 stars, right? So that's why I haven't done that, because ranked seasons games are 9 innings. I did get this one done though. I got the 10 games in ranked seasons battle royale or events done. I went ahead and did that in events because they're 3 inning games, and the reason I did events instead of battle royale, even though I think battle royale could be easier since it's on All-Star versus Hall of Fame, is because I was trying to do this one at the same time. I had 4 or 5 face of the franchise guys in my events lineup, and I had them be my first few hitters so I could try to get as many at-bats as possible. And by doing that, I was able to get the extra base hits done while also getting wins. So I was kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone in a way by getting the event wins, but also getting the extra base hits in those same games. So I got those 2 missions done, and those definitely helped out. I'm sure there's going to be missions like this. We know there's going to be win 10 games of ranked seasons BR or events. We know that's going to be a thing for the 3rd inning, but I have a feeling there's going to be something like this. Whether it is the exact same thing, I feel like it probably wouldn't be, but there's probably going to be another mission that you could hopefully get done while trying to win some games as well. So these are definitely helpful, and for me, I think it was probably worth the time to do it because I went 10-1 in events today. So it definitely was worth it for me. The event games took anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes. I had a few rage quits, and for the amount of program stars I got for getting these 2 things done, I think it was definitely worth my time. However, it might not be, depending on, you know, how good you are or how long it takes your event games to go, how many games you lose, stuff like that. It might not be worth your time compared to other modes, but it might be more fun than, you know, just mindlessly grinding home run derby or something. Now, the next thing is Conquest, and for me, I would say Conquest is probably worth the time because you get 30 stars for getting it done, getting all the missions done. You can get stubs and XP hidden on the map. There's 2 prospect packs. I can go ahead and actually show you guys where those are right now. I was thinking about making a video on it, but there's not a lot of rewards, but there's 2 prospect packs. So one of them is down here somewhere. I think it might be in this spot. There's one. You get a set 1 prospect pack, which is a guaranteed diamond. It's a guaranteed 5,000 stubs. And then over here, the athletic stronghold. If you take over their stronghold, there's a set 3 prospect pack. So that's minimum 10,000 stubs for you right there, for just getting 2 spots on the map, for getting Conquest, for pretty much doing something that you were already going to be doing. And then the missions, you know, steal 2 million fans. That's on veteran difficulty. Like, none of this is too hard. All you really need to do is beat the map. And if I remember correctly, I would say it took me between 1 and 2 hours. I think maybe like between an hour 45 for me to get this map done, take over all the strongholds and everything. It went pretty fast for me. And I would say it's definitely worth the time because you do get packs, you get some XP, you get some stubs, you get the 30 stars for getting all those missions done. If you do all these missions, you get the 30 stars. But then you also, for every game you play, so for the stealing fans, for the strongholds, so there's 2, 4, 6, 7, so there's 8 total games that I think you should be playing if you're doing the Conquest map, at least the way that I did it. And you get, I'm pretty sure, about 1 star per 3 innings, so that should be an extra 8 stars. So really, from Conquest, you're getting about 38 stars, and I would say that that's definitely worth the time for me. It didn't take me super long, and it's also, you know, not as mind-numbing as like mindlessly grinding home run derby or something like that. And this is another big thing. Like, if you guys are trying to get the collections done, if you're trying to be like one of the first people to get them done, sell the boss for a lot of stubs, buy them back in a few weeks, kind of like I'm trying to do right now, you need to be doing the vouchers. Now, that's a lot easier said than done. They can be expensive, but what I'm hoping is that I'm able to sell Hanley Ramirez tonight after I do my debut with him, after I record it, because I still have not done that yet. What I'm hoping that I'm able to do is sell Hanley Ramirez and then buy back all the bosses in a few weeks, buy all 3 of them, which will get me the voucher and give me that head start in the next program. And I kind of want to just keep doing that for every single program. That's what I'm hoping to do. We'll see if it actually happens, but that's kind of my plan of attack right now. And then these are definitely helpful. I actually only had 4 out of the 5 face of the franchise that you needed, but I was super close. I was 1 showdown away from Ozzy Albies, so this was definitely helpful. This gave me an extra 20 stars, definitely gave me or cut a lot of time off what I would normally do, especially if I would have had 5 from the get-go. I wouldn't have had to spend, you know, the 30 minutes that it took me to do the showdown. And then Alk line, so this is a big one as well. You can get 20 stars for the Alk line. These are the moments that come with the second inning program. You just go over to moments under play, and they're under second inning, and you can do the Alk line moments. Now, depending on how long it takes you compared to other things, this could be worth your time. It could not be. I would say for the most part it should be, because you can get through most of them pretty fast. The one that gives a lot of people trouble were like the extra base hits one, especially the 7-game one. And for this, I power swing to get my home runs, using square for my home runs. A lot of people switch to directional. They were telling me that. But I would recommend probably power swinging to try to get the home runs. And overall, I would say for me, the moments were probably worth it. Like, it was only 20 stars, but compared to other things like the home run derby, like I keep mentioning, which I'll talk about here in just a second too, I would say overall, it was definitely worth it for me to do that. Plus, you know, you have a diamond card to use. You can put him on your team, do whatever you want with him. But I would say it was definitely worth it. I almost wish you got stars for the moments and collecting Alk line, but you don't get any for the moments, I don't think. Maybe I got 1 or 2 just from playing the game, since you get stars from playing anyways. But I think it was overall worth the time. It's what I did. It's part of what I did, and it seemed like it was worth it for me. So what order did I go in to get this done? For me, I pretty much went in the order of the stuff that I wanted to do least to the stuff that I wanted to do most. So what I did first was playing the Conquest map. I'm just not a huge fan of Conquest. I don't really enjoy it. I don't like having to capture the strongholds, not being able to swim. Like, it's a long grind for me. It always feels pretty long doing Conquest. But what I did first was Conquest. I got that done, made sure to get all the missions done, the 30 stars. I think it took me, like I said, about an hour and a half, hour 45, maybe close to 2 hours. But I did Conquest first, and then the second thing I did was the Alk line. I unlocked that Alk line and got his moments done, and then went and played the Tigers on all-star difficulty and unlocked that Alk line, locked him in. Now, the very first thing I done right was I did the the second inning collection, the 75 stars, but like I'm talking about in terms of missions was Conquest. But like first of all, I did this, and then when I got him, I unlocked the Alk line, and then I did a showdown for the Braves after doing the second inning showdown. So I did Conquest, I did Alk line, and then I did the showdown. And the showdown wasn't too bad for me. I was able to skip to the end, and I would say this took me maybe close to 40-45 minutes for the second inning showdown. It wasn't too bad. Got it done my first try. I did skip to the end though, and I didn't do every single moment. And after that showdown, that was another 70 stars right there. And then I needed that face of the franchise Glaber from my number 5, so I went ahead, did a NL East showdown, skipped to the end pretty early on, got it done no problem for myself, and was able to lock in that collection. So Conquest, Alk line, showdown, and then but very first of all, doing all those collections that I had. And those collections right there, that's, what is that, man? 115 stars. So 115 stars just from the collections, and then from Conquest is another 30. That's 145. And then from doing showdown, that's another 70. So that's what, 205 or no, 215. I think maybe 215 is what I was at doing that. And then the missions, by getting these two done, that put me at oh man, what, 245 right there. And then plus I had to earn stars. I had to earn stars from doing Conquest. I think I earned stars from doing the events because they're 3 inning games, right? So I'd already earned right there like another 20, between 20 and 30 stars just from doing that stuff. So right there I'm at like I think 270, and then I did the missions and I got myself up to about 284 because I think I was at 284, I want to say, before I started doing Home Run Derby. Now, I keep mentioning Home Run Derby, and a lot of you guys might not know what I'm talking about, and I'm not sure if you know this already, but Home Run Derby is probably the best way to get XP this year. It's kind of mind-numbing and kind of boring, but it's the best way. You get 25 XP per home run, you get a lot of home runs per derby, and it just really adds up over time. So I did a couple 8-player Home Run Derbies, I think 1 4-player, and then a couple 2-player Home Run Derbies. I don't know how the stars work for Home Run Derby. I have no idea. I have people telling me that it's 1 star per 30 home runs that you hit, with a max of either 4 or 6 stars per derby. I don't know if there's any truth to that. It seemed like it was working out kind of well, but I would maybe recommend doing either a 4 or 8 player, probably 4 player if I had to choose. And then what I would do is just choose hitters you like. For me, I personally liked using Mickey Mantle. I liked Jimmy Fox's swing okay, but I preferred lefties for sure. Like, so maybe Mickey Mantle, Ken Griffey Jr., Willie McCovey, somebody like that. David Ortiz is another good lefty. I really like David and Mickey Mantle, though, were my definitely 2 favorites. But you could also do multiple people. You could also do, like, all David Ortiz's if you want. But just I like to mix it up so it doesn't get as boring. That's why I mix it up. And what you want to do for the settings. So I like Yankee Stadium. I prefer Yankee Stadium just because it's super easy and fast to hit home runs. I can hit the most home runs here than any other park for me. If any of you guys have recommendations, feel free to leave them in the comment section. But what I do, and what I'm pretty sure is the smart thing to do, is arcade for the play style. I don't know the difference between standard and arcade. I'm really not sure. I think arcade is just easier to hit home runs as far as I know. 4-minute round times and then timeout off. And you can fast forward, so they're not actually going to take 4 minutes, so it's going to go much faster. For an 8-player home run derby, it took me about 30 minutes, and I usually got around 4 stars for that. Some people saying they got 6, some people saying they got 8, but I got about 4 stars per 8-man home run derby. And the 2-player ones took me about 5 minutes. So it's like 30 minutes versus 5, but it's 1 star versus 4, and it's just it's hard to determine exactly because it wasn't the exact same amount of stars every time. But I would recommend Home Run Derby anywhere from 2, 4, or 8 players. Just kind of choose what you seem to have the most fun with. Maybe if there's anything that seems to work well for you, you notice you're getting more stars. Anyone in the comment section, feel free to let me know how many you got per player, stuff like that. 4-minute rounds, arcade, timeouts off. You don't want that timeout on because then you have that energy that's on. And what I liked to do, it kind of hurt my wrist, but so triangle is to speed up. So when I was doing the home run derby, I always had my left hand holding down triangle, and then I always, for my swing, so I would be holding down triangle all the time, and then for my swing, I was using directional hitting, so the ball would be pretty much going down the middle every time, so I would just have to time it up, literally just time the pitch up, and I would hit X. Without ever letting my finger go a triangle, I would hit X, kind of hold it down to swing to make sure I did the full swing, not a check swing, and that's what I would do. I would just hold down triangle, hit X. And that was the way that I got the home run derbies done as fast as possible. And that's what I did for about my final 15 or 16 program stars. So pretty much to sum it up, I did everything that they offered me. I pretty much did every mission, every showdown, conquest collections that they offered me. And I don't know you know, the time comparison to doing home run derby versus, you know, playing event games, how many stars you get versus that. I feel like it might be overall faster to do home run derby and everything. But the home run derby, if you guys need program stars, right? If you're not able to do any of these collections, or you're not able to do these two or something, if you don't have like the 75 one, this one a lot of people won't have. If you're looking for that last 75 stars, or you need a lot of stars left, I would highly recommend, if you don't care about it being boring, I would highly recommend home run derby, right? By doing home run derby, you're going to get it done fast. You're going to be able to use different players. You're going to be getting a lot of XP, though. It's going to go pretty fast, and you're going to get a lot of XP. So I would recommend home run derby if you're looking for extra stars. Hopefully this video was helpful. Definitely leave tips or anything, changes, any suggestions, stuff like that down in the comment section for other people to maybe look at that are looking to get it done. Or if you guys have anything that I might have missed or got them wrong, or you think differently about. But overall, they have done a really good job this year of setting the program up so you can just play the game, do things online, do missions, moments, earn stubs, XP, rewards, whatever, and get the program done. It's definitely super nice, and it's a lot of fun. Home run derby is also there as well to get XP and the program stars. It's a nice combination of the two. But hopefully this video helped you. If it did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment anything down below. Feel free to follow on any of those social medias, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.